Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Don't Write Back Show. Mike, got Boomer and Doug here.
What's up, guys?
Howdy.
And in today's episode, we're going to recap what we did last night.
Yes.
What did we do?
We seen Jaret fucking Reddick at Dwayne's place.
It was pretty awesome.
Did
you have a good time, Doug?
It was pretty awesome. I had a great time.
It was phenomenal.
It's like one of the best parts was that we basically got a meet and greet without having to pay for a meet and greet.
Right.
We didn't have to pay a dime for any of it, and it was fantastic.
Right? I was going to say, you probably didn't even get that much whenever you paid for the meet and greet with Yellow Card, right?
Oh, definitely didn't get that much. The only thing I got from that was more than what I got from last night's experience was just monetary value. Like, I could resell the shit I got from there and make more than what I paid for my ticket. But as a fan, I would just keep that shit anyway.
Right.
So, yeah, last night was just surreal that, like, living in the town we live in,
Seeing
not that big of a... I mean, like, we're getting bigger, but still, it's like, we're not Tulsa, we're not Oklahoma City.
Right.
We don't have the big venue that all the rockers come play at. The closest thing we got is the casino.
Do people play at our casino?
From what I've heard, I haven't even been in our casino yet. I've only been to the restaurant, the White Wolf.
I haven't even been there.
I honestly have never went and them actually have a band playing. But I don't go in very often because every time I walk in, they steal my money.
I know they have a stage or they have live music because I know our band was looking to get booked on there. Mm-hmm. But when you do a casino gig, you have to play for like 3 hours, I think it is.
Yeah.
So it's just like, there's just more to it. You worked at the Hard Rock, so you kind of know a little bit about how that is.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Daniel even played there a couple of times whenever I was working there.
Yeah, he was playing there pretty consistently. That was the last time me and him were going to get together. He was still living in Pryor, and we were going to... we had a few practices together, and then it just wasn't feasible for me to drive to Pryor every week to practice.
That's a haul from here.
Yeah. Now, if we would have did the 2 or 3 practices and then started playing the shows, then I probably could have done it. Would at least paid my gas.
Yeah.
But it was just getting to the performing part that it just wasn't affordable, wasn't feasible. But he was playing the Hard Rock quite a bit back then, and he was playing, I think, the Radio Grill in Pryor and a couple other places. Something happened. I don't know if they had a change in bookers or management or something there, but he got into him with it about something, and it just kind of fell apart, and he just quit going.
Yeah.
Not sure what all happened. But.
I've heard that, for the bands at the casinos book, the bigger bands,
Yeah.
Not to diss anybody, but, the headliners back in, 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm. The record label people.
Well, yeah. When they play, the joint at Hard Rock, I heard they make bank for it. Playing casino gigs for those older bands, they make a lot of money doing that.
Yep. That's why you always see them at, River Spirit.
Yeah.
There's always, those old 70s, 80s rock bands playing River Spirit, all the time.
Because that's all Hard Rock books, too, is either, Beatles tribute bands or, bands from the 80s that their time is long past.
Yeah. So, or 3 Doors Down.
Yeah.
They seem to be very popular.
Yeah, I was gonna say
what band was he from?
And Third Eye Blind.
The dude from Stained.
Aaron Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's douchebag, but he plays.
That's what I've heard.
Hard Rock a lot. Yeah, he's a douche. He's a total douche.
Yeah, I've really heard that about him. But yeah, it's like I was saying, we don't really have the venues like Tulsa does. Mm-hmm. And So for somebody with the star power and the like name recognition, which I realize if you're not in our genre, a lot of people don't know the name Jaret Reddick, but they know Bowling for Soup.
Yeah, I guarantee you they've heard "Girl the Bad Guys Want," 1985,
1985.
or even Phineas and Ferb's.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you want to go a little bit further, Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah. So, which was neat because he even though he was here promoting his country album.
Yep.
That he put out the past year, and he did a song swap with Autumn Ragland from the band Ragland, and so he basically just went through his whole album pretty much because it's a pretty short album, isn't it? It was like more like an EP, maybe.
Yeah, there's a couple of songs I think that he had left off, but
yeah. And then he did a couple of Bowling for Soup songs, so it was neat because he did Phineas and Ferb last night. He did
Ohio,
which he did it countrified, and then he did 1985 acoustically.
He also did part of Trucker Hat.
Yeah, that made my night. I was so pumped that he did Trucker Hat, and I thought it was funny because we talked to him afterwards, and he was like, "Yeah." He's like, for some reason, he's like, a lot of people just love Trucker Hat. He's like, that one and Two-Seater are very popular live amongst the fans. He's like, I don't really know why. Well, I don't know, it's because it's a fucking good song, I guess. Like, I had a hard time getting into Bowling for Soup back in the day. I was more of the serious pop punk stuff, less of the comedic, funny stuff. Which they have some serious stuff, but I couldn't get over the silliness to give it a chance.
yeah,
I never got past that part. So
I can think of one song
from back then, which one?
Well, I can name of two.
Go for it.
My Weena
I don't even think I knew that song back then.
and No Hablo Inglés.
That is one of them. I love them now, especially my Weena. I think it's hilarious.
It is.
I've fully embraced like all sides of pop punk at this point. But back then, I wouldn't even say a purist. I was just a snob.
Okay, we had a technical snafu, but we're back.
So I guess we were talking about, was it My Weena and No Hablo Inglés?
Yeah, and we're saying that I was a douche snob when it came to pop punk back then. It's
true.
It was like Yellow Card. I didn't even like Blink back then, and which is like a blasphemous thing to say, but yeah. For a long time, I didn't like in high school. I did not care about them. It was basically like Yellow Card, Red Jumpsuit Apparatus for whatever reason. It was just like those two bands, and I didn't really care about anything else.
So what was funny? That should bring up Red Jumpsuit. So I used to have the CD, and then he would rip it to his computer, and the song "Damn Regrets," he would leave off "Damn" in this title album and just put "Regrets."
I know.
That tells you how he is.
I was a very goody two shoes person.
He was. Hearing him cuss again was really weird too.
Yeah.
At first, and now it's just like every other word. It
Pretty
feels
much. Once I jumped off the wagon, it just went downhill quick.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. Fuck it.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Tell what's gotten into you.
That's how it felt, right?
Real. Speaking on the whole cursing thing, I remember because I used to not curse at all.
Nope, you did
And
not.
I remember getting into it with my girlfriend at the time back then, 2009, and you and I think one of our former friends was there.
Dick.
Yeah, he's that little bitch. Anyway, she started yelling at me or whatever, and I started like giving it back a little bit, and I said like, "Shut the fuck up," or I like I'm fucking sick of this, or damn, or I don't remember what I said. It's been fucking 14 years. But I said a cuss word. I said fuck or damn, one or the other. And you and bitch boy got all quiet. And they're like, I think we should go. Y'all just fucking laughed.
I couldn't get past the bunnies. All right.
I fucking hated those bunnies.
No, I did too.
So anyway, good time.
She pushed me to my limit mentally.
There was a dog there that I didn't like too.
I don't remember the dog.
I don't know if
I remember Chance's cat.
There was a cat at that apartment there. They declawed it, and it was pretty cool.
I don't remember the
pretty
cat.
chill.
Which dog was it? Was it the corgi?
It was the one with like the mustache.
Oh. That may have been after me and her split. And
I think it probably
I don't
was.
remember that.
He was an asshole.
yeah. Because I know when we were together, she had the 3 bunnies.
Yep.
Which was terrible. Mm-hmm. Why you would have 3 bunnies in an apartment.
Bunny shit.
Not in a cage.
I think that was like towards
free
the
range.
Pretty sure that was like at the point where we were starting to split up.
That was after strobe light volleyball.
Yeah. And then, because I mean, I know I got her the first bunny, and I swore we had a cage for it, but I guess not. I don't remember. The one that had the mohawk, the faux hawk, the little gray one. I think she named him Link.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Before she got the 2 white
that.
bunnies. And then she tried to get the.
What you doing there, Mike?
Nothing.
She tried to get the. Damn, I lost my train of thought.
His eyes went.
Yeah. She got the corgi off of Chance. The one that he called Tristan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she renamed it Tinkerbell.
Fuck yeah, I remember
Because it was
that
a girl.
too.
And then she got caught with it at her apartment and couldn't keep it. So then my sister took it. And then it stayed at my parents' house until it died. That was actually when I found my love of corgis.
Corgis are pretty awesome.
Yeah. Mine's deaf now, but he's pretty cool.
Like
He is very cool.
like human, like dog.
Huh?
What? But he barks at me like crazy whenever I pull up.
Oh yeah,
He does.
He's very excited all the time.
He's like, I can't hear myself.
Try barking louder. Anyway,
Bark louder.
kind of back on topic. You've been a Bowling for Soup fan for how long?
12,000 years.
Years.
2,113 years.
Well, first time I heard them was when I became a fan, and that was like in 2004 when they were on Jimmy Kimmel. I think it was like October 18th, 2004. They were on Jimmy Kimmel, and they did 1985 and Almost. And those were the first 2 tracks that, I'd heard Girl, All the Bad Guys Want before that. But
Right.
like those 2 tracks were kind of what sold it for me, and I was like, yeah, I love this band. And ever since then, I've been to, we're getting close to 20 shows.
God dang.
Heck yeah.
20 Bowling for Soup shows. So it's really fun. I have fun every single time I see them.
The one we went to back last year was amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
That was a shortened set. I want you guys to go to one where they actually where they're the headliner, and they'll play for 2.5, almost 3 hours, because they'll do like a full stand-up comedy thing in between each song.
Nice.
Yeah.
They interact with the crowd a lot.
I'm really excited to get to go see that. He said last year we went to the shortened one, and it was a lot of fun. So I've seen them once, and I've seen him once now. So
Yeah.
We actually got to meet him.
And I've met him a few times before last night, and he's fucking awesome every single time. He's just like that every time. He's never once been a dick. Like, he's just super awesome guy.
Yeah, it was. Like I said, it was very surreal that he was in our little town.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And like his post that he had on social media about it earlier, about how special it was to, announce a show in 48 hours and just show up in a small town in Oklahoma and have that kind of turnout. That was pretty special for everybody involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, talking to him last night, it was really awesome because that was probably the longest I've actually gotten to just talk to him. Because I would say altogether we talked to him for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Altogether last night. Good 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, and we had like multiple different conversations with him. It wasn't just all like one thing. So it was pretty cool. Shared some of his experiences. He was telling us about his kid.
Yeah.
His kid's going to be
Rock
he's already
star.
a hell of a musician, playing 3 instruments at what? He's at 10 years old?
I think he said 10, yeah.
That's wild. So, yeah, man, it was such a fun night.
It was. It was. I had a lot of fun.
What?
I don't know.
What would you like to add to this conversation, Richard?
He wants to add something, but I don't think he should.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about last night?
So, I froze pretty good. Just like, I don't know.
A little starstruck at first.
It was pretty starstruck at first. I didn't have words even to get up and just like go meet him,
He was straight up giggling.
Yeah.
It was like a little girl. It was cute as fuck though.
Even before we got to the bar,
Awesome.
like even
At Taco Bell.
Yeah. So something I noticed that I thought was really funny because Mike was like, "Come on, Boomer, let's go over there and meet him. Let's go say hi." And then, like, Boomer would get up, and then you would get up behind him, and he would sit down. So then you would sit down. So then he would get up, and then you would get up, and then he would sit down. It's just back and forth, back and forth.
I was waiting for him. I was like, because I told him, I was like, well, I'll catch him when he walks back by if you want to talk to him. And he's like, okay, we'll do that. And I said, do you want me to talk to him first? And he's like, kind of, yeah. I was like, okay.
So that last time I was just like, fuck it, I'm going.
I mean, like, so he was over there talking to.
Show him!
Oh. Oh man.
Now he needs to get a Twitter feed.
I got someone you can follow.
Fuck, man. Jeez.
Anyway, back on track.
Yeah. So, my buddy Newt was over there talking to him, and
Is he the one that kept telling you I love you and then sat in your lap?
yeah. Every time he'd walk by to go outside, he'd be like, "I love you."
I felt very uncomfortable when he did that.
When he
Like,
said on my,
I was just like, what the hell is
It was a little
going on?
awkward.
you know, the funny thing about it is that was maybe the third time I've ever actually like interacted with him.
Oh, really? He's already that comfortable, huh?
Yeah. It's very comfortable, man. He, I met him at a show that we both played together in town, and then the next time I met him, he was bringing tickets for the Kick Tree show. And he just came up and gave me a hug, like right then. And I said something to Daniel about it afterwards, and he's like, "Oh, that's just Newt, man. He just loves everybody. He's a big hugger." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "I've only met him once." He's
As
like,
evidence, when he walked up to Jared after the show, he's like, "Could I have a hug?"
yeah.
So I think I was talking to you, and I was like, I didn't get a hug.
And Jarrett was like, "Oh man, you're really good at this." These are like professional hugs. But anyway, Newt and his bandmate were over there talking to Jared right before we did. And I was gonna just like go up and kind of insert myself in the conversation then. Because I was like, it might be a little easier to talk to him since Newt's already kind of talking to him and we know each other. And I was like, but I also don't want to seem like the douche that just cut in the middle of somebody's conversation.
You know, that's what it was for me a lot of times last night. It was like, whenever Boomer was wanting to talk to him, it was like, okay, well, we'll go over there, or I'll catch him, and then someone else will start talking, and then someone else, and then someone, and I was just like, okay, well, I don't want to be rude and just walk up. Like, I saw a couple of people do that. I'm just like,
Yeah.
fucking rude.
Yeah. And Boomer was like, fuck it, I'm going.
Yeah.
He takes off, so I'm like, alright, I guess I'm getting up and going too.
It was just like straight up, he made eye contact with me, and I was just like giggly already. I was like, oh man, this is happening.
I can confirm that he was very big.
I've only seen that like once before, and it was the first time we went to Rocklahoma, and Papa Roach was on the main stage, and they were just like, he was going, I don't even remember what song.
I don't even remember.
It was probably Scars or something.
I don't remember.
But anyway, he jumps the guardrail from the stage to the general admission area, which is the big field, and he jumps it on the side that we're actually on, and like, I look to my side to see where Boomer is, and he's already like there. He ran like 30 yards. He ran like 30 yards. He's just like jumping up there, going at it with everybody else. It's like jumping around Jacoby, and I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
He was stoked.
Yeah, that was
So I
my.
can say,
That was my favorite famous person I've met, I guess. Like, it was the best experience I've had.
I can say that was one of my bucket lists. So.
Yeah, they always say don't meet your heroes because they'll let you down, but
There was no letdown.
yeah, if you get a chance to meet Jared, you need to do it.
Oh yeah, I agree.
My dog's got in the house.
What do you mean there's a bird in the house?
Dad, there's a bird in the house.
What do you mean a bird?
Oh, I just flew in, opened up the door.
Holy shit!
So, Mike, if you had to suggest a song off of his country album for people that know who he is but haven't listened to it, which one would it be?
Well, my favorite one is One of the Good Ones.
Mhm.
That made my number one on our last video.
Okay.
I actually listened to that this morning on the way to work.
Back in '83 is really good. I love that one a lot. Other than those, I would say My Truck Up and Left Me. That one's really good too. I love the whole album, but I would definitely recommend One of the Good Ones. That's probably like, I don't know, that one I could see getting radio play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And which one? He said one of his songs made it to.
Oh, that was the one with Cody Canada.
Okay, made it to like number 30.
You and Beer.
Top
Yeah.
30 or whatever.
So.
In Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine it charted in the UK probably as well because they are huge Bowling for Soup fans in the UK.
Right.
Yeah, like they are over there kind of like what Blink is here. As soon as they announce something, a show, it sells out over there like immediately.
What he say last night? You can't say anything about a different city in
Yeah.
the UK.
They'll
or
throw
they'll come
fucking
up,
batteries at you.
she's like, they'll come up and stab you. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true because I have a bunch of the live album. It's not really albums, but they're downloads.
Yeah.
They recorded from their last tour in the UK because Jared was going to quit Bowling for Soup and everything altogether when he went through his divorce. And he did a farewell to the UK tour, and they released every one of the shows available for download, and I bought basically all of them. And they're, he would talk about just how crazy they are, how they can't say another city's name or else they get fucking riled up. They get crazy over there. They hate each other over there. It's kind of crazy. But it all boils down to, football. Their version of football.
Football.
Yeah.
So, one of my favorite things that he said last night is so he was going to the bathroom He was getting off stage, and as he's walking by us, he goes, "It smells like fucking pot."
Yeah.
I have a feeling my sister might have had something to do with it. Just saying.
Cracked me.
You never can tell at that place though.
You're right. Yeah, that's true.
It's all the time. Yeah, and then he gets back up on stage and was talking about it. He's like, almost everybody washed their hands here at Oklahoma. And that's crazy. I was getting ready to talk some mad shit. And he's like, but there was only like one guy that didn't wash his hands. Like, we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic, dude.
You know who you are.
Yeah. So, some dude is like, is this guy in the orange, isn't it? He's like, no, it's not that guy. I'm a big fan of a few different bands, but I don't know if I would go so far as to get matching tattoos to those people.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could.
Me and Doug have matching tattoos, and I'm a little icked out about it.
They're not identical. It's all right.
They're not the same body part.
It's like me and Boomer have matching tattoos, but they're not identical either.
That's true.
So
I'll listen to some older episodes of our podcast today.
Yeah.
And episode 2 is my absolute favorite. Just by the way.
You're going to have to jog
Well,
my
episode
memory.
2 and episode 3 are both my favorites so far. Because episode 2 we did the Goes to the Movies.
Oh, yeah.
And episode 3 was the shit fridge episode. And because what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on going in and cutting a bunch of pieces out and making like a highlight track, if you will, a best of episode. And I was like, dude, there's so many that I can pull from just these 2 episodes alone. And then I think I know who y'all are referring to as Bitch Boy. When Bitch Boy made appearances, it started to go downhill.
down in the shitter.
Yeah, it went in the shitter pretty quick.
Everything felt so much more like disjointed.
Yeah.
And like harder to keep on track. I would catch myself getting a little peeved off every once in a while.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, oh my god, we can't. It's taking us 2.5 hours to do what should have been a 40-minute episode or whatever.
Kind of crazy now we can do 2 episodes, 3 episodes in a night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and we trail off a bit. We definitely have done it in this one, but
Yeah.
this one also didn't have it's not like a super specific. We wanted to talk about last night.
Yeah, because last night was fucking awesome.
But at the same time, like we can talk about last night, and we knocked it out in like 5-10 minutes. So, so now we're just kind of
I mean,
bullshit.
how many opportunities do you get to have someone that you absolutely love, that you look up to? I mean, for me anyway, musically.
Oh, dude, I'm right there with you.
Right here, it was it's pretty awesome.
I found it funny because like the only time you ever hear of like a semi-big person coming to town, it's a country singer.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. And like, he came and he did country, but I don't care.
Right.
So I was like, I'll take it at this point. That's fantastic.
I mean, I loved it because I kind of knew all the country songs that he was doing, so for me it was perfect.
I'll let Boomer be honest in a minute.
I'll let you be honest.
But
You're not going to let me live that down, are you?
no. But anyway,
I love
I'm kind of glad that I didn't listen to any of it beforehand. I went in completely blind.
Yep.
The only songs I knew was Phineas and Ferb in 1985 and Trucker Hat in Ohio. Like the Bowling for Soup songs. So I didn't know any of the country stuff. I had not even tried. I haven't even looked it up until today. So I'm kind of glad I did, because I didn't have like any expectations about it. I knew you liked it, and I liked Jared, so I was like, open mind. It was a lot easier to keep an open mind about it. All right, Boomer. You can be honest now. What do you want to add to the conversation?
I don't know what else to add now.
Is something distracting you?
He's like,
Something distracted me.
He's like, I need to go to Twitter real quick.
No, I don't know. It just kind of feels like, my God, something like that happened. 48 hours notice. I was like, I'm going.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really lucky to get to go too, because I didn't know if I was gonna be able to get out of the house or not. Just with how everything is, but it was awesome. It was a fun time. I hope he comes back. I know he was saying, he's like, when we have an off day on tour and whatever, it's like, these are the kind of bars we look for. Like, we have fun doing this kind of stuff. I was like, that's cool. The only thing I didn't like was they kept drinking Miller Lite, but that was to be expected.
That's kind of his thing.
That's kind of his thing.
So nobody's really met Sonny, right? So Sonny was there. Sonny went and got him a drink, and I can't even remember what drink he drinks.
It was some kind of vodka concoction that comes in a can.
Yeah, it's like a vodka beer.
Something mule. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jaret started talking to him about it, and Jaret takes a drink of it, and then Sonny comes up to me and goes, oh, Jaret's lips touched this. He's like, my lips touch it, and I put my hand on him like, you kissed Jaret!
Oh, Sonny.
He was also very nervous to go talk to him.
He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't get up.
And I was like, you've met him once before. What's the big deal?
Come on, Sonny.
It really shocked me. He didn't drink that much.
He had work the next day. He was trying really hard to be good, and you're over there, like,
badgering
him about it.
Oh.
Right, just have one, Sonny. It's fine. Just have one.
Just one.
And then he comes back over a little bit later, and he's like, I've only had 2 shots in the drink so far. Like, just go get another one.
It'll be alright. I'm pretty sure he had about 5 or 6.
Oh, at least, and we left before he did. So
yeah, I think he was...
There's no telling how much more he drank.
Nope. But I want to let it be known that I wasn't the one that put it in his hand.
Not this time.
Not this time around.
Maybe next time. So I was saying last night, I was like, it's kind of cool to think that now I've officially played 2 of the same stages that Jared's played.
Mm-hmm.
So now if I could just add the Canes to that list.
That'd be cool. I like the Canes. It's one of my favorite venues.
It is my favorite Oklahoma venue. I do like the BOK.
I do because I can sit down.
I'm a fat lazy man that likes to have a seat.
I can stand up whenever I feel like it, and then I can sit down whenever I don't know what song's being played.
I'll be honest, if I go to the show at the BOK, I don't stand up. I just stay in the seat.
I thought we'd do the same when we went and saw Blink-182 a few years ago, but I think we stood the whole time.
Oh, in Oklahoma City?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we sat pretty much the whole time in Arkansas.
Yeah. Up until we went and...
The opening band sucked.
Oh, yeah. When we went like halfway through their set and got in those other seats.
Yeah, you and Bitch Boy were like further away, and I was like over here by myself, and then that drunk girl was sitting there.
So I like the fact that there was a time, and a couple episodes back, he just blacked out his face.
Told you I was going to. Just wait until I go back to the best of episodes and he's in there and I alter his voice. Erase completely. Sorry, not sorry.
I just have a feeling that one of these days there's going to be like a whole episode dedicated to just shit talking him.
That's most of the time.
Honestly, I think I'm like very salty about it just because I considered him such a good friend to me.
Yeah.
And I just can't handle it anymore. So
I can't do it.
just can't do it
Well,
after
and
everything.
You know what's sad is it wasn't us.
Nope. Well, depends on who you ask, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But there's only so many times you can get ignored.
It's true. And then say that, Never mind. I'm not going
He's like, I want to stop.
I'm going to stop. No, because I'm just going to have to edit all this out. I'm not editing all of it out. The bitch boy's staying in. Because you know who you are.
Bitch boy.
Yeah. I think we're going to have a good episode whenever I piece all those together, because we made Boomer die laughing and in those 2 episodes.
Isn't there one where I was just like, well, I don't know if I did that on camera or I laughed so hard I passed.
That's the last one I was listening to, as a matter of fact.
You just need to go through, when you're listening to him, just go through and clip together all the times he just is dying laughing.
That's kind of what I'm centering it around.
The fucking... How many staircases are in Hogwarts?
9.
9.
Well, I thought they moved, man. I didn't think.
For the whole school.
Hold on, the first 4 staircases got to come all the way up here to the astronomy tower before we can go.
Thank you.
Oh man, that was great.
I'm going to let you be honest.
Last night was a lot of fun.
It was great. Fantastic.
It's nice to get to reminisce about it, even though it's been one day.
Yeah. Not even a full 24 hours.
Not even a full 24 hours, but
Well,
close.
just about now.
Yeah, half an hour.
Pretty much.
It's kind of weird because, whenever I first saw that, I didn't know it was going to be a song swap. I thought, it was going to be her and then him.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I hope it doesn't go super late because I had to get up early.
Right.
And then we ended up staying and talking in the parking lot for
Another hour.
another hour.
Yeah, it ended pretty early. It ended
It did.
between 9 and 9:30. So.
Yeah.
They kind of knew it was a Monday night. And, I had a lot of my questions answered as to what exactly was going on.
Right. Yeah, and it's like he was saying, it all just happened because he just wanted to have something to do.
Didn't want to sit in a hotel room across from Chili's.
Yeah. or sit at Chili's.
Yeah.
It's like, I swear, if he ever comes back to Tahlequah and he's not, he's got some time off, I'll be hanging out at Chili's all day.
Shoplifter at Walmart. Running out of the store. Parked in row 11. Red SUV.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
Hope they get him.
You know what's sad is if you scroll through here, Walmart's on here
All the time.
at least twice an hour.
Yeah.
There's some shit going on.
It's pretty wild.
McDonald's was closed today.
Yeah, that upset a lot of people.
I could tell.
Everybody,
A lot of people are pissed off about it.
how do I get my french fries?
I need my fix.
I need my french fries without salt.
Well, it's been fun. Want to take us out of here, Boomer?
Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook. Handles around here somewhere.
Maybe. Probably not.
Probably not. So just don't write back show.
Yeah, find us on our back show.
And yeah. That's good. All right. We'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.